Poland, a land where history echoes through cobbled streets, ancient forests and towering castles. Nestled in the heart of Central Europe, this country has seen empires rise and fall, yet its spirit has remained unshaken. From the Baltic Sea in the north to the Carpathian Mountains in the south, Poland offers a rich tapestry of culture, landscapes and resilience. This is a country where medieval cities sit beside modern skylines. Where tradition lives on in wooden villages and folk festivals, while innovation grows in vibrant, bustling cities. Its story is not just written in books but carved into stone, painted onto walls, and sung in voices that have endured centuries of change. The scars of the past are present, yet they are not the whole story. Poland has rebuilt itself time and time again. From the ruins of war to the heights of freedom, the Polish people have carried their identity with pride, shaped by hardship, but never broken. Beneath the quiet town of Wieliczka, just a short distance from Krakow, lies a world carved from salt. This is the Wieliczka salt mine, one of the oldest salt mines on Earth, with a history stretching back over 700 years. Step below the surface, and the air changes. Darkness gives way to chambers glowing with soft light. Long tunnels stretch into the distance, walls glistening with mineral deposits left behind by ancient seas. Every stone, every carving, every staircase was shaped by the hands of miners over countless generations. What began as a place of hard labor has become a gallery of human effort and creativity. Deep underground, chapels emerge from the salt. The most famous of them, the Chapel of St. Kinga, is an astonishing work of art. The Tatra Mountains rise like a jagged crown along Poland's southern border. Part of the Great Carpathian Range, they are the highest peaks in the country, where rocky summits touch the clouds and valleys sleep beneath blankets of mist. These mountains are more than just a landscape. They are a living spirit. A place where nature reigns in its purest form. Towering peaks, deep glacial lakes, rushing streams, and alpine meadows paint a picture that changes with every season. In summer, the slopes bloom with wild flowers. In winter, they rest under a silence of snow. The Tatras are a sacred place for many, a symbol of strength, freedom, and the enduring connection between people and the land. For centuries, highland communities known as the Górale have lived in harmony with these mountains. Their songs, wooden homes, and warm traditions echo the rhythm of the earth. In the heart of southern Poland lies Kraków, one of the country's oldest and most treasured cities. And at its center, the Old Town, a place where every stone has a story and every corner holds a piece of history. Once the royal capital of Poland, the Old Town of Kraków is a beautifully preserved window into the past. Surrounded by the green belt of Planty Park, this historic core has stood for more than 700 years. Its streets, laid out in a medieval grid, lead to one of the largest town squares in all of Europe. The main market square is the beating heart of the city. Horses and carriages pass by as street musicians fill the air with melody. At its center stands the Cloth Hall, where merchants once traded spices, textiles, and salt. Today it still bustles with life, as it has for centuries. Far to the east of Poland, on the border with Belarus, lies one of the last and oldest primeval forests in Europe.
Białowieża Forest. A place where nature has remained wild and unchanged for thousands of years.
This is no ordinary woodland. It is a living museum of what Europe once looked like. Towering oaks, hornbeams, and spruces rise high into the sky, some of them older than 500 years. Moss blankets the forest floor, and fallen trees are left to rest, feeding the cycle of life in silence. Białowieża is home to an incredible diversity of life. Over 20,000 animal species live here, from tiny insects to large mammals. but its most famous resident is the European bison, the largest land animal on the continent. Rising above the banks of the Nogat River in northern Poland stands a fortress of red brick and silent strength, Malbork Castle. One of the largest castles in the world by land area, and the largest brick fortress ever built by human hands. Constructed in the 13th century by the Teutonic Knights, this medieval stronghold was more than just a military post. It was a symbol of power, faith, and order, a place from which a monastic order ruled with precision and ambition. The castle is a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. Its massive walls, towers, and courtyards were designed not only to defend but to impress. Every arch, every chamber, every winding passage was built with care, purpose, and pride. Divided into three main sections, the High Castle, the Middle Castle, and the Lower Castle, the complex is like a city within walls. Behind its gates were armories, chapels, dining halls, living quarters, and secret stairways. Where the Motlowa River meets the Baltic Sea, the city of Gdańsk rises with quiet elegance. At its heart lies the Old Town, a place shaped by trade, resilience, and a spirit that has endured centuries of change. Gdańsk has always been a city of crossroads. For hundreds of years, it welcomed merchants, sailors, and craftsmen from across Europe. It was a key member of the Hanseatic League, and its wealth was built on amber, grain, and ships that carried goods across the world. The Old Town reflects this past in every detail. Its streets are lined with tall, narrow townhouses, their facades rich with carved stone, colored plaster, and golden ornaments. These are not the buildings of just one nation or style. They are a blend of Dutch, Gothic, and Renaissance influences, all coming together in harmony. At the center stands Long Market, one of the most beautiful streets in Poland. In the northeast of Poland lies a land of water and silence, the Masurian Lake District. A region shaped not by cities or monuments, but by nature itself. Here, over 2,000 lakes glimmer between forests, meadows, and sleepy villages, creating a landscape that feels timeless. The lakes are connected by rivers and canals, forming one of the largest freshwater systems in Europe. Some stretch wide like inland seas, while others hide quietly between the trees. Their surfaces reflect the sky, the wind, and the slow rhythm of life that flows through this peaceful land. The Masurian region is a paradise for those who seek stillness. Sailboats drift gently across the water. Canoes glide through narrow channels. The call of birds echoes through the reeds, and at night, the stars dance above in quiet celebration. The forests that surround the lakes are deep and full of life. Above the Vistula River, on a limestone hill in the heart of Krakow, stands Wawel Castle, a symbol of Polish identity, memory, and kingship. This is more than just a fortress. It is the cradle of a nation's past. For centuries, Wawel was the seat of power. Polish kings were crowned here, ruled from here, and laid to rest in its sacred halls. The castle complex is a reflection of many eras: Romanesque, Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque, each layer adding to its rich and complex story. Within its walls, the royal castle reveals grand courtyards, arched galleries, and chambers once filled with advisors, artists, and royal families. The rooms are still adorned with tapestries, paintings, and carved wooden ceilings that whisper of long-forgotten conversations. Next to the castle stands the Wawel Cathedral. It is a place of deep national importance, where monarchs were crowned and heroes buried. Inside rest kings, poets, generals, and saints, their tombs watched over by centuries of silent stone. In the heart of Western Poland lies one of the most colorful and enchanting urban spaces in Europe, the market square of Wrocław. A place where past and present blend in perfect balance, and every building seems to tell a quiet story. Wrocław has changed hands many times over the centuries. It has been Polish, Bohemian, Austrian, Prussian, and German, and each chapter has left its mark on the square. But through it all, the city has kept its soul, strong and graceful. The market square is one of the largest in Europe. yet it feels inviting and warm. It is surrounded by elegant townhouses, painted in soft pastels and rich tones, their facades decorated with fine details that have watched over the city for hundreds of years. At the center stands the Gothic-style Old Town Hall, a masterpiece of brick and stone, with its intricate clock, pointed arches, and tall tower reaching into the sky. Once the seat of local government, it now holds the weight of memory, its walls echoing the footsteps of generations. On the outskirts of the small town of Oświęcim stands a place that carries the weight of history and memory, the Auschwitz-Birkenau Memorial and Museum. It is a site that bears witness to one of the darkest chapters of the 20th century. Once a Nazi concentration and extermination camp during World War II, Auschwitz-Birkenau is a symbol of suffering, loss, and the depths of human cruelty. Yet it is also a place of remembrance, warning, and the enduring call for peace. The gates with the chilling words "Arbeit macht frei," work sets you free, welcome visitors into a world of silence and reflection. Behind these gates lie barracks, watchtowers, and gas chambers that once held millions of innocent lives. Walking through the camp, the scale of tragedy becomes clear. The rows of wooden huts, the barbed wire fences, the railway tracks that brought so many to this place, all speak to the horrors that unfolded here. Along Poland's northern coast, where the land meets the Baltic Sea, lies Slowinski National Park, a place where shifting sands and quiet waters create a landscape unlike any other. This park is famous for its moving dunes, giant hills of sand that slowly travel across the land, shaped by the wind. Some dunes rise more than 30 meters high, creating waves of sand that roll and shift like the sea itself. Behind the dunes stretch vast forests of pine and oak, peaceful lakes and marshes full of life. This blend of habitats supports many species of plants and animals, making the park a sanctuary for nature lovers and bird watchers. Slowinski is home to rare birds that nest in its wetlands, including cranes, storks, and a variety of waterfowl. The quiet reed beds and shallow lakes provide shelter for them during long migrations. Walking through the park, visitors can feel the power of nature's slow, constant movement. Nestled on the gentle slopes above the Vistula River, Sandomierz is a small city with a history that stretches back over 1,000 years. Its old town is a quiet jewel where time seems to move with a slower, gentler rhythm. Sandomierz was once a royal city, an important center of trade and culture in medieval Poland. Today, its streets tell stories from centuries past, with well-preserved architecture that invites visitors to step back in time. The heart of the Old Town is the market square, surrounded by colorful townhouses painted in soft shades of yellow, pink, and cream. Their Renaissance and Baroque facades reflect the city's rich past and the influence of many cultures that have passed through. At the edge of the square stands the town hall, its tower rising above the rooftops as a silent guardian of the city's heritage. Nearby, narrow cobbled streets wind their way toward ancient churches, hidden courtyards, and secret cellars once used for trade and shelter. The Karkonosze Mountains rise along Poland's southwestern border, part of the larger Sudetes range. Known for their rugged beauty and mysterious legends, these mountains have long inspired wonder and adventure. The landscape is marked by sharp peaks, rocky ridges, and deep valleys carved by ancient glaciers. Forests of spruce and fir cover the slopes, while alpine meadows bloom with colorful wildflowers during the warmer months. Karkonosze is home to diverse wildlife, from deer and foxes to elusive birds that nest high in the trees. The air is crisp and fresh, carrying the scent of pine and earth, inviting visitors to explore its many trails and hidden corners. One of the most famous legends tells of the mountain spirit, a guardian who watches over the land. These stories add a layer of mystery and magic to the natural beauty, making the mountains feel alive in both body and soul. Nestled among the rolling hills of Lower Silesia, Książ Castle stands as a majestic symbol of history and mystery. It is one of the largest castles in Poland, built on a rocky promontory overlooking the Pelchnica River. Książ has been home to princes, dukes, and powerful families for centuries. Its walls have witnessed times of peace and conflict, grandeur and secrecy. The castle's architecture is a blend of styles, Gothic, Baroque, and Renaissance, each layer adding to its unique character. Surrounded by vast gardens and forests, Książ offers more than just stone and mortar. Its terraces and parks invite visitors to wander beneath ancient trees, through blooming flower beds, and along paths that reveal stunning views of the valley below. Inside, richly decorated rooms speak of the lives once lived here. Elegant halls, intricate woodwork, and delicate frescoes tell stories of celebration, art, and the passage of time. Just a short distance from Kraków lies Ojców National Park, the smallest national park in Poland, yet one of the most enchanting. This park is a hidden gem of limestone cliffs, deep valleys, and ancient forests. Ojców is known for its unique geological formations. Towering rock pillars and narrow gorges create a landscape shaped by water and time. The most famous of these is the Hercules Club, a massive limestone column rising high above the forest floor. The park is rich in history and legend. Ruins of medieval castles peek through the trees, telling stories of knights and battles from centuries past. The Ojców Castle and Pieskowa Skała Castle stand as silent witnesses to the region's turbulent past. The forest here is alive with diverse wildlife. Deer, wild boar, and many bird species roam freely among the trees. Ojców National Park. On the banks of the Vistula River, Toruń Old Town stands as a shining example of medieval architecture and history. This city is one of the oldest in Poland, with roots stretching back over 800 years. Torun's Old Town is famous for its well-preserved Gothic buildings. Brick churches, merchant houses, and defensive walls create a landscape that seems frozen in time. The city was a key member of the Hanseatic League, an important network of trade that connected Northern Europe. The market square is the heart of Toruń, surrounded by colorful townhouses and lively cafes. Its buildings display intricate details, pointed arches, tall windows, and richly decorated facades, each telling a story of prosperity and craftsmanship. Toruń is also the birthplace of Nicolaus Copernicus, the famous astronomer who changed the way we understand the universe. His legacy is honored throughout the city with monuments and museums. In southeastern Poland lies Zamość, a city often called the Pearl of the Renaissance. Its Old Town is a rare example of a perfectly planned Renaissance town, designed more than 400 years ago. Zamość was built as a fortress city by the Zamoyski family, blending defense with beauty and order. Its layout follows a precise grid, with wide streets meeting at the central market square, surrounded by elegant townhouses painted in soft pastel colors. The market square is framed by arcaded houses, each with unique details, colorful facades, sculpted decorations, and grand doorways. At the center stands the impressive town hall, with its tall tower visible from every corner of the city. Zamość architecture reflects the ideals of the Renaissance: harmony, symmetry, and proportion. It was designed to be a model city, combining the functions of a trade center, fortress, and cultural hub. Zamość, stretching out like a thin ribbon between the Baltic Sea and the Bay of Puck, the Hel Peninsula is a unique landform shaped by wind and water over thousands of years. This narrow strip of sand is nearly 35 kilometers long, but only a few hundred meters wide in some places. Its sandy beaches, dunes, and pine forests create a peaceful escape from the busy world. The peninsula has a rich history as a fishing and naval center. Small fishing villages dot its length, each with its own traditions and connection to the sea. The town of Hel itself has a strong maritime heritage, with its harbor and fish markets alive with daily activity. Hel Peninsula is also a place for nature lovers. Its coastal waters are home to diverse marine life, while the forests provide shelter to many bird species, especially during migration seasons. Walking along the beach, visitors can feel the power of the sea and the wind. In the heart of Poland lies the Świętokrzyskie Mountains, one of the oldest mountain ranges in Europe. Known as the Holy Cross Mountains, they carry stories that stretch back hundreds of millions of years. These gentle hills rise modestly from the surrounding plains, covered with dense forests of fir, spruce, and beech. The landscape is rich with unique plants and animals, many protected within the Świętokrzyskie National Park. The mountains are not just natural wonders, they are places of deep spiritual and cultural significance. At the peak of Lusagora, ancient pagan rituals once took place. Later, monks built a monastery there, and the Holy Cross relics gave the range its name. Walking the trails, visitors discover hidden caves, rocky outcrops, and panoramic views that stretch for miles. The mountains offer peaceful retreats where history, legend, and nature come together in quiet harmony. Perched on the edge of a calm lake, Tatra Castle is a fortress of stone and legend nestled in southwestern Poland. Its origins date back to the 13th century, built to guard the borders and protect trade routes. The castle's thick walls and towering towers tell tales of knights, battles, and secrets hidden within its chambers. Over centuries, it has been a home to nobles, a military stronghold, and a place of mystery. Inside, narrow corridors and hidden staircases invite exploration. The castle's halls are filled with antique furniture, weapons, and artwork that reveal stories of the past. Tatra's setting by the water adds to its charm. Reflections of the castle shimmer on the lake's surface, surrounded by forests that change color with the seasons. Throughout its history, Tatra Castle has been a place of power and intrigue, inspiring legends that still capture the imagination today. It stands as a reminder of Poland's rich heritage, where history and myth live side by side. Along the gentle curves of the Vistula River lies Kazimierz Dolny, a small town with a big heart and a rich artistic soul. Known for its charming streets and historic buildings, this place has long inspired painters, writers, and travelers. Kazimierz Dolny's Old Town is filled with beautifully preserved Renaissance architecture. Narrow cobblestone streets wind between colorful townhouses, ancient churches, and lively market squares. The town's harmonious design and peaceful atmosphere create a perfect blend of history and creativity. The surrounding landscape adds to the town's magic. Rolling hills, sandstone cliffs, and lush river valleys provide a stunning backdrop for visitors exploring the area on foot or by bike. Kazimierz Dolny has also been a center of Jewish culture for centuries, with synagogues and cemeteries that tell stories of a vibrant community once thriving here. Lublin Old Town is a vibrant blend of history, culture, and resilience in eastern Poland. This city has long been a crossroads, where East meets West, and traditions from many cultures come together. The Old Town is defined by its medieval walls, cobbled streets, and colorful townhouses. Its architecture reflects centuries of change, mixing Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque styles. At the center stands the Lublin Castle, a fortress with roots stretching back over 800 years. The castle's towers watch over the city, a symbol of strength and endurance. Nearby, the Great Market Square is alive with cafes, markets, and festivals that celebrate the city's rich heritage. Churches, synagogues, and old merchant houses tell stories of Lublin's diverse past. This city has been shaped by history's challenges, from wars to cultural shifts, yet its spirit remains strong. High above the Polish Jura, Ogrodzieniec Castle stands in dramatic ruins, a powerful reminder of the past. Built in the 14th century, this medieval fortress once guarded important trade routes and watched over the surrounding lands. The castle's stone walls, towers, and ramparts tell stories of battles, sieges, and noble families. Though time and war have left it in ruins, its silhouette against the sky remains striking and full of character. Ogrodzieniec sits among the unique limestone formations of the Kraków-Częstochowa upland, blending natural beauty with history. Visitors can explore the crumbling walls, climb the towers, and imagine the castle as it once was, a stronghold of power and defense. Legends surround Ogrodzieniec, adding to its mystery. Stories of ghosts and knights keep the castle alive in local folklore, inviting visitors to step into a world where history and myth meet. Ogrodzieniec Castle is a place of awe and imagination, where stone and story come together in the Polish landscape. Near the city of Kraków lies Niepołomice Forest, a vast and ancient woodland that has been a royal hunting ground for centuries. This forest is a green sanctuary, rich with history and nature. Niepołomice is home to tall oaks, beeches and pines that have stood for hundreds of years. The forest floor is alive with wildflowers, ferns and mushrooms, creating a vibrant ecosystem that supports a variety of wildlife. Deer, wild boar, and many bird species roam freely among the trees, making the forest a haven for animal life and nature lovers alike. Throughout history, Polish kings hunted here, and the nearby Niepołomice Castle served as a royal retreat. The forest's deep paths and quiet clearings still echo with the past, inviting visitors to step into a world of peace and reflection. Niepołomice Forest is more than just trees and trails. It is a living link to Poland's natural and cultural heritage. Szczeliniec Wielki is the highest peak of the Table Mountains, part of the Sudetes Range in southwestern Poland. This mountain is famous for its unique flat summit, shaped by millions of years of natural forces. The rocky plateau is a labyrinth of strange sandstone formations, towering pillars, narrow crevices, and bizarre shapes carved by wind and water. Walking along its paths feels like exploring a natural sculpture garden. From the summit, panoramic views stretch across forests, valleys, and distant mountain ranges. The changing light reveals new details, making each visit a fresh experience. Szczeliniec Wielki is a place where nature's artistry is on full display. Its mysterious shapes and wide vistas invite visitors to discover the beauty and power of the Earth's slow, steady transformations. In the heart of Warsaw lies Łazienki Park, a vast green oasis where nature, art, and history come together. This park has been a place of relaxation and inspiration for centuries. The Łazienki means baths in Polish, a name that reflects the park's origins as a royal bathing complex in the 18th century. Today, the park stretches over 70 hectares, filled with beautiful gardens, elegant palaces, and quiet lakes. The Palace on the Isle is the park's centerpiece, a charming neoclassical building surrounded by water, where kings once hosted grand events and enjoyed peaceful moments. Walking through the park, visitors find carefully designed paths, sculptures of famous figures, and open spaces where peacocks roam freely. The air is filled with the scent of flowers and the sound of birdsong. Łazienki Park is a living museum of Polish culture and nature. Dunajec Gorge is one of Poland's most spectacular natural wonders, carved over thousands of years by the winding Dunajec River. This deep canyon lies between the Tatra Mountains, where limestone cliffs rise dramatically on both sides. The river flows gently through the gorge, creating a peaceful yet powerful scene. Traditional wooden rafts carry visitors along the water, offering a unique way to experience the stunning landscape. The towering cliffs are home to diverse plant and animal life, with rare species thriving in this protected environment. Eagles soar above, and the forests cling to rocky slopes, creating a patchwork of green and grey. Dunajec Gorge is more than a natural marvel. It is a place of quiet beauty and timeless rhythm. Here, water and stone meet in a dance shaped by nature's patience and strength. Visitors leave with a sense of awe, carrying memories of this breathtaking journey through one of Poland's most beautiful places. Warsaw Old Town is the historic heart of Poland's capital city, a place where centuries of history meet resilience and renewal. Though much of it was destroyed during the Second World War, the Old Town was carefully rebuilt, preserving its original charm and spirit. The cobbled streets wind through colourful townhouses, ornate churches, and lively squares. The royal castle stands proudly, once home to Polish kings and a symbol of national pride. Each building tells a story, from merchants and craftsmen to artists and revolutionaries. The Old Town Market Square is a bustling hub, surrounded by cafes and shops, inviting both locals and visitors to gather. Strolling through Warsaw Old Town, one feels the pulse of a city that has faced hardship and emerged stronger. It is a testament to Poland's enduring spirit and rich cultural heritage. The blend of history, architecture, and life makes Warsaw Old Town a vibrant and unforgettable place. Biebrza National Park is Poland's largest protected wetland area, a vast and wild landscape where rivers, marshes, and forests come together in harmony. Located in the northeast, this park is a sanctuary for nature and wildlife. The slow-moving Biebrza River meanders through wide marshes and reed beds, creating a unique habitat for many rare plants and animals. The park is especially known for its bird life. Cranes, eagles, and many waterfowl find refuge here. The wetlands are a quiet world of soft sounds, the rustling of reeds, bird calls, and the gentle flow of water. Walking or kayaking through the park, visitors can feel the stillness and vastness of this natural treasure. Biebrza National Park is a vital haven for biodiversity, preserving a landscape shaped by water and time. It invites all who come to witness the beauty of wilderness and the delicate balance of life. Wielka Siklawa is the highest waterfall in the Tatra Mountains, a stunning cascade that draws visitors with its powerful flow and natural beauty. Located in the heart of the mountains, it tumbles down steep rocky cliffs surrounded by lush forests. The waterfall drops nearly 70 meters, creating mist and rainbows that shimmer in the sunlight. Its roar fills the air, a constant reminder of the strength of nature. The path to Wielka Siklawa leads through mountain meadows and dense woodland, offering glimpses of wildflowers and native wildlife along the way. At the base, the water flows into clear mountain streams, continuing its journey through the valleys below. Wielka Siklawa is not just a waterfall. It is a symbol of the Tatra's wild spirit and breathtaking landscapes, inviting visitors to experience nature's power and grace up close.